Hi everyone, just another quickie associated with the French phone that I have just put up. There's the phone to remind you. I did say that these phones did not have an internal bell. There was no ringer built in. So you had to use another ringer, external. We've got one there. And we've got another one. Now, I've had these two bells for many years. I am assuming they are from the French system. If they're not, I do apologise. They would certainly work with that phone. We can work out where the capacitor is actually joined. But I did notice one of the schematics of like a connecting block or box was similar to this. Now this one, I'll show you how it goes. This is actually the base, and the cable would come in. I'm just tightening up those screws. I don't want to lose any of the screws. There was in fact a cable on there. It had been cut short, so I removed it. There were ample screws there to connect it through, and it looks like what they did. The French wire would come in, and it would go to this little box with the bell. The bell was obviously wired in and made contact on those two there. They're the two connectings, and that would go in there like so. And then you would wire, you presumably have 4 wires to the telephone. One of the pair would go to a capacitor, so you could ring the bell without a problem. So you can see here we've just got the bell windings. It's all sealed down. They're little paint blobs on there, so that's obviously done for a reason, so I'm not going to undo it. You've got, under there you've got a bar magnet. The clapper is that part there which goes backwards and forwards. You've got the normal thing that you would see on the bell. 2 coils and the poles. You can make out anything on there. As I say, I'm not taking it out. Well, a lot of it has actually been riveted in, so it's like a sealed job. I'm pretty sure this would have been a French one. There's your gong, which screws on through a little keyway. That goes on the top like so, and that screws down. It's obviously done with that type of screw to deter inquisitive fingers with a screwdriver to take the cover off. And this part that goes in you have a screw in there, and this clips in at that end, and that end screws it up and makes contact, and the cover goes on top. So this bell would obviously be put in somewhere near the phone so it could be heard when the phone rings. So that is one type of ringer they would probably use. I'm pretty sure this is a French one, but I can't prove it. Anyhow, let's have a look at the other one. The other one's somewhat older. There's my hand, that'll give you an idea of the size. Once again, it is just a ringer. If I can undo it. There we are. There's the box, wooden case. The terminals are there. Two nice brass terminals, and they connect through on wires inside, which we can trace them through. They come up to the hinges on both sides. The hinge, to make sure they're good contact, there's a flexible lead or a wire connected between the two parts of the hinge, so you've got complete continuity. Obviously, through usage, the wire would fatigue and break, so it was made possible that by a little blob of solder you could renew the wire. So wonder they haven't used that horrible Litz wire, but this one just looks like a normal stranded wire, which is quite suitable. How often would you have to undo the box to get to the bell? Perhaps once in the whole life of the bell. And as a closer look at the connections inside, they go through and go to the other side. I'm going to turn this round so you can have a better look. Here we've got your terminals, which in theory, is it the way they're done? Yes, you've got your, each bell coil terminates on two sets of terminals. So to series them up, you just join that together, those two together, or put a capacitor in there. So you've got a choice there of wiring it straight through, if you know the capacitor's in the telephone, or if you didn't, you could put a capacitor between those two. So that gives you your ringing. As I say, it's quite an involved ringer. I think that part, yep. You've got sort of a horseshoe, or almost a horseshoe type magnet. And my pussycat's meowing again. Where is she? Oh, I have to go upstairs. That's the horseshoe magnet, obviously makes the bell work. You've got your oh, do I see my pussy? There she is, that's Tabitha. I know. You're a lovely pussycat. She's not doing bad for 12 years. I took her on from Battersea. I lost my other two, as you know. They lasted a long, long time. They reached the age of 18. I lost me first one last year, and the other one left. They were sisters, and they're the ones you see on my little avatar thing on the YouTube. Shows the pair of them, and I couldn't really live without a pussycat, so I got her. She's a lovely cat. She's had operation on her rear leg. She's a bit dodgy on her pins, but so am I, so we manage. We get up the stairs, we get down the stairs. She likes her grub. So it's a lovely cat, Tabitha. A lady cat, 12 years old, from Battersea. So yeah, I'm pleased. First person I tried, or first organisation, was a local organisation to here, and they wouldn't let me have a cat. They said, you're too old, you're likely to kick the bucket. What a thing to say. So anyhow, Battersea was more kind, and As I say, I've got a lovely cat. Anyway, I drift from what we're supposed to be talking about. Oh, well, there's the two ringers for that French phone. It just come as an afterthought. I thought, oh well, why don't I mention those? I've had them for many, many years, so I have mentioned it. So once again, thanks. Any comments, please make. And yeah, that's more or less it. This one's, as I say, a nice wooden box, beautifully made. There's sort of a type of dovetailing as well. Don't know what the wood is, whether it's probably mahogany. And there's a close-up more of the two gongs. They look like they're made of brass, or if they're not, they're brass plated. And I've always talked about, let's put this back on and show you what I mean. I've always mentioned to adjust these things. You obviously get the hammer in the right place. Well, you can alter these bells by two adjusters there. So you can adjust the bell so you get the right ring. So as the hammer hits it, it doesn't rest on the gong. It goes ding and it comes off. So you leave a little gap after the ringing. So yeah, I'm going to shut up now. So thanks again for watching. Thank you.